Travis Hunter has to get indoctrinated on both sides of the ball. Liam Coen, the coach of the Jaguars, addressed earlier this week how he is splitting up the workload for the guy who will be playing both offense and defense in Jacksonville. Here he is.
I know we talked about Travis starting on offense, and that's obviously what he's done for 2 days. When does he start getting reps on defense?
Next week. Next week. Yeah, he'll be able to get integrated next week on the defensive side of the ball. We just kind of ended up making a decision that from yesterday to today, we wanted to be able to clean up some of the things that we may have been able to miss yesterday, get extra reps on the offensive side of the ball, and next week he'll start to roll on defense. For every position, how much can they handle, right? How much can they do? How many different positions can you actually end up playing and learning? And for Travis specifically, he's obviously having to learn both sides of the ball while, he's a football smart guy, man. He is. He's a smart dude. The game makes sense to him. And so now it's just about putting in that time, that extra time that he's going to have to do in order to be successful, to play even one side of the ball at this level. And so he knows what's cut out for him coming up.
What do you think of Travis Hunter playing both receiver and DB at Colorado? You think it's feasible in the league, or do you think it's...
No, hell no. You know that.
I wonder what he's going to come out as, because I haven't watched too much of his games. I see a lot of the highlights. Have you seen a lot of his game, Sherman?
I have. I think he goes as a corner. As a corner, he just looks natural. And it's back to catching the ball, and he's in position all the time. He's breaking right. He has a good feel for it. And it's so rare. You know what I mean? Like a corner like him is going to up the market. Like, I can't believe Pat didn't get more than what he got. But Sauce is in New York, so Sauce is probably going to take the DBs over 30 or close to 30. But a guy like that coming in, by the time he comes in, it's going to start to get to 32, 33 million
right.
When it's time for him to get paid, and he could do it. But as a receiver, I just think he'd kind of blend.
I love the thought of Travis Hunter going down there, though, starting on offense and starting on defense, playing full games, playing a full season.
Yeah.
And just this becomes a normal.
That'd be awesome.
Because, Travis Hunter plays the whole game in the NFL, the whole season. If he's able to accomplish this.
Yeah.
I mean, this should be a sports science spectacle of some sort of how his body is able to do something that nobody's body's ever been able to accomplish. I mean, people are limping to the finish line, and that's his 17 games. Roger Goodell's already got an 18-game schedule ready. 18-2. And I think I speak for the fans here, if you guys want to listen. We'd much rather a regular season game than a preseason game, right? Yeah, see? So I think 18-2 is the right move. So if he's able to do that, plus playoffs, plus a Super Bowl, that would be unbelievable for the human. Just humans as a whole.
These highlights are ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's a tough question. And what's he going to do? There's another question as well. What's he going to do when he gets to the NFL? He's going to play both. Is he going to pick a wide receiver? Is he going to pick a corner? I mean, we can all throw our perspectives in, but I mean, it's always obviously up to what he wants to do and what's best for the team, or whatever way he wants to go, which way and direction. But in college, I would say his first couple years, he was a better quarterback, better cornerback. Yeah. He was making plays, interceptions. He kind of, was doing well at the wide receiver position, running by guys. But lately now, since Colorado has taken off, they're top 20 now, they're winning games. And I would say that has to do with Travis Hunter stepping it up at the wide receiver position. Yeah. And from what I'm seeing, he is a better wide receiver now than he is a cornerback. This year, his third year in the college ranks. I thought he was a better cornerback his first 2 years than being a wide receiver. But what he's doing now is special at that wide receiver position. He's starting to understand it more, I feel like. He's running routes now. He's not just more athletic than the other guy. He's going up there. He's pinpointing the ball, jumping over two guys. Strong hands. That's exactly what you need at the next level as well. And it's just fun to see him go, man. And you want to know what makes him so fast? Is he got skinny calves, man.
Yes, sir. Let's assume Travis is going to have some highlights each week.
Yep. Yeah.
And then on defense, is he going to be able to play?
Both ways?
Defense. If he was full-time defense, he'd be able to play?
Against the Colts? Yes.
Against any team.
Absolutely. And on offense, you got Brian Thomas Jr. on the other side of him, who's a bona fide number one, potential superstar in the league. And then on defense, I think absolutely he can play. And you watching those highlights, you can tell that he's a smart player. That's the other thing that's very impressive.
So he's going to be able to do it.
Yeah. Ball skills.
But does he have the time to do it?
What do you mean?
That's
a good question. It's a great question.
Like meeting time to do it,
I think if he's able to do defense full-time, he'll be able to do offense full-time. because Coen will just draw up shit for him.
Yeah.
Like that is, I don't want to say offense is as easy as that, but for him, could be. Like if you're trying to simplify this as much as possible to make things happen, it's like he's an offensive guru, right? Isn't he?
It's just week to week, the game plan and the installs and things change so much. So just being on the same, like we've had, Aaron on with even like the signals, certain signals and situations, 2 minute when things are moving so fast, you just have to get those reps and that continuity. Defense is the same thing. I know a lot of people just think, it's only a certain amount of calls, which there is a more limited playbook on defense, but the adjustments you have to make on defense been on the same page. But everything we've seen for Travis Hunter on every level has shown that he can handle it, and he seems like, he's all football. He goes fishing and he does some other things, but he seems like he is completely enamored with football and learning the game and playing at a high level.
Can't wait.
When I watch him play on defense as a corner, he's an exceptional zone corner.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen a lot of man, and I haven't watched a whole lot. I mean, I watched a lot of his highlights for this, and I've seen all his highlights, but like his instinct to jump off of his zone to track another zone and reading the quarterback is really good. Like he's always like a trap zone defender. Like he'll keep his eyes in the backfield. Trap meaning he's got the flat. There's a guy inside of him and there's a 2-deep safety. Like he'll keep his eyes on that backfield and he's breaking on the ball before the receiver is because he knows, probably the receiver's responsibility, which I remember when I played defense, it made me a better receiver, when they brought me into those meetings.
That's what I did want to ask you as well. What was it like playing defense and offense? Actually, you did it in the NFL ranks as well. That was year 2011? So you can explain more of what Travis Hunter is doing than anyone else.
Well, it's as a player, it made me a better receiver because once I stepped into all the defensive back meetings, I was learning what they were protecting. I was learning their techniques. I was learning on certain things what they would try to do with safeties. That's really what mattered. The corners could lie, but if the safeties were out of position, that's when you would pay. The leverage that the defensive back always had to keep because he was protected with certain help on certain sides. Like that taught me as a receiver, like in my route running, that if I do this to this guy, I know he's protecting this. Which I see it in his game when he's playing defense, when he's jumping all over the receivers, leaving his zone. So it's really hard mentally. Like that's what I'm interested to see how he does in the NFL, because once you get to the league, there's no, Rice Academy, agricultural school where you could just go and glove up their best receiver who's, he's good in college, while having to study, the game plan for offense, which, in an NFC or AFC championship, I played like 25 plays on offense. I played 25 plays on defense, and I played all the special teams, something along those lines. Could be off a couple plays here or there. But it was so hard for me in the prep week to get all my mind ready for what my offensive needs were, and then also for what my defensive needs and my responsibilities were. It was a lot mentally. And then, in practice, you're going the whole time. And in NFL, it's 17-game season. So, it's been really impressive to watch him do it in college. I don't know what he's going to do in a pro. I'm probably pretty sure if I was him, I'd go defense because those corners get paid a lot of money. And then they'd probably give you a package on offense here or there, red area package or a third down package or a gimmick package where we need to get like some spark. You get him in like a slip screen, or he can catch the ball down the sideline.
That's well said, though. I believe that he could possibly play both ways in the NFL, but not full-time both ways. Like you said, have a package for him on offense in the red zone or third down or whatever it is, or whatever best suits his skill set at the wide receiver position, and then use him full-time on the defensive side of the ball. But I would say it's up to Travis Hunter, obviously, what he wants to do in the NFL. I mean,
it's on the watermarks on Liam Cohen's jacket. It sounds like it's swamp-ass season already in Jacksonville.
You know that. It ain't easy being a quarterback in Florida this time of the year, that's for sure.
Well, Travis Hunter's not playing quarterback, but he is playing offense and defense. He was offense during the rookie minicamp, working on defense soon, studying both playbooks. And let him do what he can do. Let him load his plate and see if he can eat it all. Let him see if he can do it. It's up to him to fail or thrive. I don't like the idea, and I don't think the Jaguars are inclined to use this approach of restricting him. They made the trade and said it's 2 for the price of 1.
Mm-hmm.
They think they're getting an offensive player and a defensive player. The only problem is if one gets hurt, both get hurt. But they seem to be fully embracing Hunter's desire to see how far he can take this offense and defense in the NFL.
Yeah, it's going to be baby steps, but I think the thing that I found interesting there was Liam Coen was just talking about, hey, we're going to spend this week, right? You need some extended periods of time on one side just to hash out details, right? Where, hey, we run this route like this. Okay, great. But there's nuance to that where you want to be able to cement that home. So he has the day of practice, right, at receiver. He runs that route. Oh, wait. The next day, we're going to watch film of that practice and go over some of the details and things we could do better. But wait, he's on the defensive side of the ball. We didn't get the chance to talk to him that, hey, that route he ran yesterday, when it's cover 2, we want it run like this. If the guy's playing this type of leverage, we want it run like that. If it's cover 3, we want it like this. And that's where you don't want to lose that, right? So I think that's where it makes sense to go, hey, no, give him a base here at receiver. Let him get the basics down as far as the routes, how they're run, how they see some of the basic plays in the offense and some of the adjustments he's got to go there. Let him get a little comfortable there to where he goes, okay, I got a foundation here. I kind of know what they're expecting me. And then you could start to jump the defense and start there again with simple coverages and simple things to where hopefully he can grow and get more in depth into the playbook.